Let me show you something. This is called an Ardha Uttanasana, a forward fold. But this is how it looked like when I did it for the very first time in my yoga class. I was pushing, straining my back, trying to make efforts because when I looked around, everyone had their palms placed on the floor effortlessly, gracefully. So I was trying to match them, trying to be like them in my very first class, and my teacher noticed me. She was like, I'm doing this. And my teacher is watching me like, what is she doing? And when I gazed at my teacher, she said, micro bend your knees. It's like, what? She's like, micro bend. Then she said, micro bend your knees. This is your first class. And I did. When I micro bend my knees, my belly could rest on my legs, and gravity took me there. Gravity helped me to touch the floor. And in that moment, I realized that that's how people reach there. Not perfectly, with this imperfection, and since nobody shows you the bent knee, we assume. I assumed that maybe they were like this in their very first class. Yeah. It's year 2000. I'm watching a beauty pageant on my television, and I saw a beautiful, graceful queen walked. 5'8" height, perfectly poised body, 24-inch waist. And when she was asked a question during the pageant, she replied that I want to change the world by empowering young girls. And I said, that's it. That's exactly what I've been dreaming of ever since I was 6 years old. And in that moment, I realized, I told myself a story that I will show up, I will sign up for this pageant when I have a 24-inch waist, when I am 5'8", when I have that flawless skin. But it never came. So I did not sign up. Not because my dream wasn't that big or it did not matter to me, because the story that I told myself, it never came. And this is the time when I am on my yoga mat. I have been practicing yoga for about some time now, and this is the day I realize something. That I'm still not there. I still can't do the perfect forward fold, the Uttanasana where you can quite literally hug yourself and kiss your knees. But something still is shifting. I did some math. I looked at my dream. I was 10-year-old when I had this dream. And now I'm 35. 25 years passed by. I was waiting for that 24-inch waist, that flawless skin. I'm not sure when it's going to come. When am I going to do it? And I'm sure it's harder to walk in heel at 50 years old than it's at 35. So what did I do? I signed up for the pageant anyway. And I believed that if I'm so bad, they will reject me anyway. So I was waiting for that rejection to come. But what came instead was an acceptance. I was called for the audition. And I was like, if I'm so bad, once they look at me at the audition, they are going to reject me. I am never going to walk that finale. And I got accepted. I walked that finale. And this is the pageant week. I am there. The designer calls me to the fitting room. And when you are there on your way to achieve your dreams, most of the things go wrong. Everything which is supposed to go right, you feel like, maybe. So this is the day my designer called me for fitting, and I specifically asked her to give me full sleeves because I'm not comfortable showing my arms like these big biceps. It's a beauty contest, not a bodybuilding. And she said, you know what? Your biceps are too big. We'll have to give you a sleeveless outfit. And I wanted to fight. I wanted to say, change it. But I said, okay, I'll accept it. Give it to me. And I walked that stage accepting myself as is, flawed, imperfect. And when I was there during that pageant week, a couple of girls walked up to me and they said that we want to see you win. And I watched my dream when I was 10 years old. It has come true. That's exactly what I wanted to do. To empower women, to tell them that see yourself beyond your body. And that happened. That night, I won. I'm not talking about the title, I'm not talking about the crown. I won against my belief that I have to be perfect to show up. That bent knee isn't perfect. And I only not just realized this, I realized that my dream wasn't waiting for my waist to become smaller, but my courage to become bigger. So here's what I want you to think again. Flexibility is something that we think we have in our physical body. We either have it or we don't. But like nobody shows you the bent knees, we assume that everyone arrives there perfectly. When we see perfect yoga poses, when we see that perfect poise position, it takes years of bent knees to get there. So today, give yourself permission. Allow yourself to be seen with these bent knees, not because you're not perfect for the straight knee version, but because when you will show up with this bent knees version over and over again, you are not very far from the straight knee version. So here's another bent knee version that I will give you today. Ooh. See, still not perfect, still not there. So make that bend today. Like I said, nobody shows you the bent knees, but today, I just did. Thank you.